You're giving it your A-game dirty talk. Like, this is usually sploosh magoosh talking.
Hard work, work.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Warm-Up Podcast. I'm your host, Lou Michael, and we are headed to the gymnasium today. A little late getting to it this week on account of I was absolutely horrendously sick like a toddler last week, and then I'm just getting back from Los Angeles, the city of angels. Went there sick, and I came back less sick. Did I spread Michigan's virus all over Los Angeles? Probably not. I say probably not. But yeah, anyways, so what are we doing today? Normally I got you kids in the car on chest day, best day, but we're a little bit late this week getting into it. And also, I look and feel terrible still. I'm not quite sick anymore. Like, I'm on the out and out of being sick. But you know how, like, you get ravaged by a virus, just and then that feels awful. And then when it's done, you don't feel like 100% like, hey, I'm good to go again. Hey, everybody, sorry I was fighting off something terrible, but I'm back. You don't bounce back like 100%. You just kind of, it's kind of like after a battle or a war, you just kind of feel bombed out, and you're like, ugh, I guess we have to have the elderly and the women and the children pick up the bricks, and whatever young men, white blood cells in this case, are left will have to repopulate with the red blood cells. I have no idea how biology works. I'm riffing pretty hard on some AP bio that has to be at least 14 years old of C+ knowledge. So there you go. But anyways, so I feel terrible, and now I feel almost like 100%. But I've got, like, I was trying to do stretches. Holy shit! Thought that was a chick from behind. Wearing scrubs and long hair. That is a dude. And nothing wrong with that, but every body mechanic, it's a power walker, okay? It's a power walker with scrubs and long hair, slender, look like a ballerina. Not saying it couldn't be a dude, but I am saying, like, come on. I didn't think it was a dude. Don't know why. I was staring. Shouldn't have been staring. Should be talking to you kids about my equilibrium being off on account of I was trying to stretch while I was sick, still get my busted legs working better. And I did some kind of maneuver where my head was down and my head was low, and fluid from the sinuses just kind of drained into one of my ear canals. And that's the, talk about, that's the creepiest feeling on planet Earth, because it's something slithering. When you got fluids in your body and you're sick, it's like a slithering feeling, like slugs inside your noggin moving around. And I just felt that, like, glug, 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 that feeling of something being poured into my middle ear canal. And like swimmer's ear, but on the inside. And it's been a nightmare because it's been like that for a week and a half. And that middle ear, for whatever God's infinite wisdom is in charge of balance. I don't know how, when you're drinking, throwing, building, engineering body mechanics, you're like, well, let's do, how about we do listening and hearing and balance in the same spot? And it'd be like, all right, Lou, well, maybe it's because vibrations and waves are how you hear, and perhaps balance has to do with vibrations. I don't care. All I'm saying is my inner ear is full of some nonsense. It used to be liquid. Now it feels like it's all solid up. The tinnitus is insane. And now I have to, like plug my ears and blow to, like, do that weird airplane pressure shit. And that used to help, but now it's not even helping. And now I just feel dizzy, like I got vertigo every now and again. And my good ear gets blown out. And now it's just, this virus can suck it from the front, dude. This virus can suck my beehole from the front. I'm not even going to be hard, dude. This virus can, I'm just sitting there, put me in stirrups, and let this thing just chortle me from the front, dude. This virus can absolutely suck my ass from the front. and I'm just going to rest my cash and prizes right on the bridge of its nose. And there you have it. That's how I feel about this goddamn virus. Also, if you ever want to insult somebody to their face, tell them to suck your ass from the front. A lot of fun. Been having fun with that one. All right. Today's energy drink is a cherry slushy, and Bus is making a left-hand turn, so we're going to take a tasteful sip. Oh, my God. You know when singers, that's the other thing, singers or anybody has that earplug in, you know when you plug your ear to, to like check your tone? You ever do that? You ever plug your ear to hear how you actually sound? That's the worst, by the way. Editing, listening to my own dumb fucking voice alone is terrible, but now I actually, hear how I sound in that reverberated nonsense. And it's a hellscape. So I'm going to talk for the rest of this podcast, but I will probably be nodding the rest of the day because chatting right now, one of my favorite things to do is nightmarish, which I think is the good Lord telling me to shut my mouth and listen more, which is tough to do because I can't hear out of one of my goddamn ears. All right, sorry, Lord's name in vain, but it is a damnable offense because I cannot hear the good book through my right ear, which we all know is the righteous ear. The left ear's for dirty whispering. Oh, man. I knew this gal who was deaf in one ear, and she was very attractive. All the fellas wanted to fill up her dance card, if you know what I mean. If dance card was a euphemism for euphemism? Anyways, if it was a euphemism for pussy, and she was deaf in one ear, and I always thought it'd be so funny if you were just getting hot and heavy, busting from the back or whatever, and you just, kind of lean in and start whispering all kinds of dirty shit like, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, that probably feels real good, or whatever you say when you're dirty talking. That's what I say. I go, oh, yeah, that's probably pretty good, isn't it? Oh, yeah, you're about to finish. And they're like, no, but I'm like, yeah, no, you are. We're about to finish. But if you're just whispering all that shit and it was in her deaf ear and it's like nothing, you're giving it your A-game dirty talk. Like, this is usually sploosh magoosh talking. Okay, this is a slip and slide of a sentence, and I'm getting nothing from her. What the fuck, Ice Queen? It's like, nah, dude, she's disabled in that ear. That ear is shut off. It's not hearing the good dirty talk you're so awesome at. But anyway, so that's how it be. Are we really getting in a traffic jam right now? No, we're in a traffic jam because there's fellas cleaning out dumpers, porta potties, not buttholes. All right, but anyways, yeah. So I would say driving with a clogged ear is as reckless as driving with no hands on the wheel, which is a double reckless. Yeah. So anyways, there it is. Let's all just take a breath. That was a lot. We're trying to make good time to the gymnasium. And then, okay. I was going to tell you kids, I just got back from Los Angeles, California, and I first of all, untouched by the recession. And by that, I mean, holy hell. I love L.A. I love the dreams. I love movies, the infrastructure, and the people rule. But like, you're lying to yourself if it's not a little bit of a Blade Runner dystopia. Like, I was there with my pop for a work trip, his work trip. I just got to do some comedy because we were both talking to strangers through microphones. But anyways, it like at times kind of feels like Blade Runner-y dystopic future because it's like, holy hell. I thought like the homelessness and the tent city thing was really being trumped up on Fox News and other media outlets. Like it's probably not like that. But we were in Beverly Hills at one point, and there was just tents, and like the median there, it was wild, man. And I don't know, like it's just kind of, you can't go a city block without seeing it. And like I don't want to be mean to these homeless people because I have nothing but like empathy and compassion for them. But like not doing anything is not good for anybody involved. Those people out there are suffering, and then the people trying to live around it are also suffering. Because I'm like, oh man, like you ever go to Mackinac Island and you're like, huh, kind of smells like hot piss and shit everywhere because they're still using horses all over the island to like get around. So it's just constant hot piss and shit smell mixed in with like city smell. But you're like, it's cute. We're on an island. This is how it used to smell before, cars and whatnot. It, like, unfortunately, that aroma is around a lot of downtown areas in LA. And listen, LA is massive, so I can't speak for like every city or every part of it. But like the small tidbit I was in, it was nuts. And again, like it's just sad because I'm like, oh, there's so much hurt behind it. This took a wild, sincere turn. But that'll happen when your equilibrium's off, everybody. My inner ear is telling me to go all over the place, and the devil is only whispering in my good ear. But, anyways, so yeah, that was kind of a bummer, and a stupid 15-minute warm-up podcast is not the place to be like, well, here's the steps we need to take to conquer the housing and mental health issue in this country. But I'm like, we should do something rather than nothing. Because right now, I've done a lot of things. I've done nothing for a lot of things. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes you got hard life choices, and some of those choices is doing nothing, and sometimes doing nothing is the best choice. But in this regard, methinks perhaps a plan B, maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not the one. I'm not the one to figure it out. But other than that, I will say I got to do one show out in Los Angeles, and it was in Glendale at the Glendale Room. And I would like to say thank you to Mike. I'm not going to name drop everybody's last name, but Mike, the guy who booked it, and Paul, the fella who got me on it. Lights and sirens every drive. Can't make it a 15-minute drive without lights and sirens. What a big city feeling we have now, East Lansing. Anyways, so the Glendale Room ruled. The lineup ruled. Got to work with some just amazing comedians, and like I felt good. I felt like I had a good set. And that ruled. But like sometimes. And what I love about comedy is you'll just see somebody else who's so good at doing stand-up that it makes me, as somebody who's been obsessed with it for years now, just forget I'm watching stand-up. And I'm just laughing so hard and in the show. And I love that still. I love that because I love stand-up. I loved watching it before I ever got into it. So to have somebody that is just killing so hard that it gives you that novel feeling of watching stand-up comedy again, I loved it. And I felt spoiled and honored and, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I felt honored in that regard. There's our friend. It's all over. Hey, buddy. But yeah, so I don't know. The lineup ruled, and got to see some really good stuff. I will name drop the one guy where I was laughing because I didn't catch everybody's full set. But if you've made it this far, rad, thank you. And it probably means you're a fan of stand-up comedy. So look up Tom Takar. That guy was murdering at a level I have not seen live in a very long time. And holy hell. I mean, I'm gut laughing. All right, enough singing praises. It was a very fun show with a very fun lineup in a very fun city, and just happy to have been part of it. That was pretty cool. So anyways, gang, we are almost at the gymnasium. I'm going to finish my beverage here, and my absolutely war-torn body is going to try and get... I'm tubby right now, which I do not like. If you're looking at the cover of the podcast and feverishly masturbating to it with whatever you got, I don't look like that right now. I am out of shape. Got to get back in fighting shape. Used to blame my broken knee for it. But you know what? No, it's not the broken knee. It's the stuffed crust pizza on the Tuesday. We got to knock that off, Lou. So, diet starts today. We're going to do some light stretching, some walking, and a little bit of leg rehab work today, just to kind of let the body get back to used to moving again. And then we'll start moving some weight later on this week and hopefully get back into the recovery. If you want to hear actual fitness stuff, subscribe to the $100 Patreon. My Patreon's up now, I think. I don't know. And the audio version of this will be available. Almost rear-ended a guy because, I'm an idiot. But the audio version will be ready soon. Subscribe, like, share, blah, 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 blah. But for $100 a day, I will tell you all the fitness secrets you want to have glistening, rippling bodies. But it will cost you $300 and what the hell am I thinking? $36,000, about that. If you got $36,000. $36,500. God, my math's terrible. Whatever, just pay me $100 a day, and I'll tell you how to be super duper ripped. I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm not. I don't know. So, bad bit at the end there. We can admit it. We can admit when it goes south, you have to. Like, goofed there, goofed on the goof. But all right, gang. Warm-up song. This one's brought to you by Zachary Burkar. A little earwig he put in my brain is Strangers by VHS. Woo, good slapper of a tune. So if you're warm up to Strangers by VHS. That's what I'm going to listen to. I'm going to head in. Oh, that pre-workout sneaks up on you. I'm going to head inside. I love you guys. I'm going to head inside and start recovering. All right, guys. That was a longer one. We hit traffic today. Love you. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye, everybody. Okay, bye.